Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, DisBearity here, and I do want to sit down and talk to you guys about something here. So, this recently came up where a YouTuber by the name of Legend of Total War decided that enough is enough, and that is the price of Total War Warhammer series a bit too high or too steep. And that came up to be a good question. Now, I am an avid user or player of the Total War series. I've been playing Total War since I was a little kid. So maybe I can put my own little 2 cents or input into it. Now, a lot of what he said about, the pricing is true. So the base game of Total War Warhammer 3 only comes with one campaign, and that is called the Realm of Chaos. So what he is advocating for, or a lot of other people are starting to advocate for, is for Immortal Empires to come with the base game of Total War Warhammer 3. Because at the end of the day, it will not hurt to let this free LC, you know, be part of the base game, especially since Realm of Chaos, honestly, let's just be honest, it was a big letdown. Doesn't matter how you say it. If you defend it, you can, but it was just big letdowns, especially to fans of Total War series. And so bringing in Immortal Empires would not hurt one bit. Let's just be honest here. What it would actually do was bring more players in who were also looking to play this huge, gigantic map. Because what you hear about Warhammer 3 is that, oh, this is the mega game here. This is where this huge, gigantic map, And so when people load up the game and play Immortal Empires, that's what they're going to see and that's what they're going to feel. And so then once they play Immortal Empires of it, with the base Warhammer 3 factions, like, okay, they get an idea of what this game's about. And then like, okay, they'll go ahead and buy the base games of Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2. Then if they want, the other factions, whatnot, they'll go ahead and get DLC as well. And that's how you can bring more players in. Because Warhammer 3 at launch literally lost a lot of players over time, and it was mostly negative. And that is a sting that's going to be there for quite a bit. I mean, I just recently Warhammer 3 went above, to mostly positive now because of the Immortal Empires drop and also the Champions of Chaos drop. And so what Legend also stated was that this here, if the sales of Warhammer 3 doesn't pick up, then you won't. There's a most big chance that you won't be able to get the DLC that you probably wanted. So, example here, we already know that Champions of Chaos sold very, very well, and so that was able to give us the hint towards Chaos Dwarfs. Now, Chaos Dwarfs we always knew was coming, because they've been hinting at it for so long. But we'll say Chaos Dwarfs is very successful or isn't successful. Then that means that we probably won't be getting any more DLC, or better yet, they'll give it a second chance, and they'll probably give us a DLC that we don't like. That we don't like. Example here, if I recall, back in the Warhammer 2 days, they stopped doing race packs because even though the DLC were doing pretty great, just wasn't enough to say, hey, we should add another race to this game. But that's just a speculation, or that they just couldn't fit any more races in the game, which they could have, honestly, like because they still could have added the Southern Realms and stuff like that. But anyways, let's move on. And so if DLC doesn't sell well, then we won't get what we want, right? So let's say, example, the Chaos Dwarf sells really well. Okay, well, we'll get the Kingdoms and Koresh. Now, I feel like these factions are already on the docket because there's no way you're gonna have this landmass just be blank there without access to it. So let's be honest there. But let's say we got Kingdoms in, and then let's say there's they start to add in little minuscule factions. Let's say like Nippon. Nippon was in lore wise is basically Japan, and so then they can work on a Nippon race pack or an Amazon race pack, so on and so forth. So it starts snowballing from there. And so in order for in order for CA to bring in more Total War players, bringing in Immortal Empires for free would not hurt. Especially when you look at the prices of Total War Warhammer 1 and 2, if they're not on sale, they're $60. Same thing with Warhammer 3. So between all those like 3 games here, you'll be spending upwards of $180. And that's just without a sale. Now, if they're on sale, you'll be spending up, let's say, about $80 because Warhammer 1's like 15, Warhammer 2's 20, and Warhammer 3 is 45. So yeah, you'll be spending $80 as a change. Over time, I had plenty of my friends who wanted to get into the Total Warhammer series, and they always ask me, well, how much does this game cost? I usually tell them, well, Warhammer 3 recently just came out, so you can like definitely play that, or I would actually technically recommend them to play Total Warhammer 2 because that's more so the definitive edition, at least still right now. I mean, even though with Warhammer 3 having Immortal Empires out, it is currently still like a beta, and so if you want to the definitive kind of deals with like less bugs or anything else, Warhammer 2 will be the game that's literally just for you, like legit. Now, if you made it this far into the video, if you haven't already, definitely consider liking and subscribe if you enjoyed this video thus far. So we were going to look at the Steam pages here right now. As you can see here, Warhammer 1 by itself came out in 2016. Game without a sale is $60, which I always recommend. Like, go somewhere else. I don't know. I always feel like I'm probably gonna hate it for this, but yeah, go somewhere else if you're looking to buy the older Total War games or at least older Total War Warhammer games for a bit cheaper price, because I just can't justify seeing people spend more than like $15. And that's just me talking about the base game itself. Because now, if we were to go ahead and talk about the DLC, if it's not on sale, goes for legit about $77, and that's still pretty steep. So that's 60 plus $77 out being on sale. That's $137 by itself just for Warhammer 1, guys. Just for that by itself. That's insane. That is insane. Now, if it's on sale, the DLC will go for about, I think, at least for me, about $40. Literally. Yeah, just about 40. But even then, that's still just, that's expensive. And so, couple that up. Let's say if you were to just get Warhammer 3 with no DLC, but with Warhammer 1. So it's 137 with Warhammer 1 plus DLC. And what's adding Warhammer 3 to that mix? $60 with tax. We're not going to put in taxes, right? That's $197 just for those two games. Insane. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Warhammer 2. While taking a look at Warhammer 2, this is even more insane. If you were to just buy the base game not on sale, it's $60. But let's say you buy all the DLC and it's not on sale, you'll be spending an upwards of $171. And so if we were combined both the price of Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2, this is how much we'll be spending here. We will be spending an upwards of $308 just for those two games plus their DLCs. Now, if that's not scary enough for you, that's just insane. So this is the reason why, when it comes to having Total War, Warhammer 3, Immortal Empires base for everybody, that will help get us more players into the Total War realm, and also that will retrospectively help us get more DLC for, the Total War series, or let's say the Warhammer series in general. Now, if we were to just talk about Warhammer 3 right now, you'll be spending an upwards of $60 just for the base game, and about $31.50 for the DLC as well, which gives you the grand total of about $91.50, and that's still expensive. And so for the entire series right now, you'll be spending upwards of $400. And so that's an alarming and scary rate. But again, if you want to just get people involved into just Warhammer 3 and Immortal Empires, definitely buy these games and DLC when it's on sale. And I really hope that this petition that's been brought out by Legend of Total War really does work out, because this is how we get more players into the Total War scene, well, especially the multiplayer scene for the guys that like to play multiplayer, or just guys who like to play campaigns with their friends and stuff. This is the way that we, where we have to go. And hopefully the CA, they're good to their word. They actually listen to their customers, because that shows how good relations that they can make between the consumer and also the company. But now, nowadays it's such a rarity to see stuff like that. And so to kind of get this to close out a little bit, do I want to see Total War as a series and also the Warhammer series thrive as a whole? Yes, I really do want to see my favorite series thrive. I want to see more players be part of the community and to be part of the discussion, so that we can make this a better experience for everybody. Because at the end of the day, we all love Warhammer. We all want to see this series get its comeuppance, and not be like this niche that it used to be in the past. As you guys know, there's very good Warhammer games out. Oh, well, there's very good and also some very bad Warhammer games out there. And so Total War is one of the good ones. And yes, I want to see this thrive. I mean, really thrive. So CA, if you're listening out there, I definitely agree with Legend of Total War and what he's pushing for. Y'all should really, really make Immortal Empires free for everybody. It won't hurt you one bit, and you know it. Get out with the corporate greed and just do it at the end of the day. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to check notifications in order to be notified on when any of my videos come out in the future. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for your support and all that you guys do. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace out. Much love, everybody. Have a good one, y'all. if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.